across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Giants. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach Wilson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first. So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about it.
They're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their 3rd-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a... Nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the 25 on second down, Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That is a gain of 16 to set them up first and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the minute.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Wilson. Finding room to the 20, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Touchdown! That's caught. Henry Ruggs with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off near the 34. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Now Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. A run, it's Clement. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 7 yards, the pickup there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Raiders on third down. Perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. That's complete to Slayton.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Jones. First down Giants. Jones to Ingram.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, Clement. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to drop him for a loss of a couple. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them. And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point. Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second down and goal. Wilson, and that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pettis now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Now they set up the screen for Clement. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. There he goes inside. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, they go with Clement again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On first and 10, it's Clement. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Ed Oliver racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. And as we look at the tape, he's getting close. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of...
And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Corey Clement with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Henry Ruggs and the Raiders set to go back to work. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Man open, here is Jones. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, young quarterback Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Clement. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Jones on 1st and 10. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. -9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Wilson. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're...
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Raiders could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pettis now on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. The Giants on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. It is into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Pettis now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have. Playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side. And he is out of bounds up around the 14-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Partner, I have to tell you.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this one. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Wilson wants to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's Jones on first down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Ed Oliver, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Into the hands of Ingram. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. 23 yards on the play. Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
Flush to his right. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll find Jones again, complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense